Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you, Jude? Nggak ada suaranya ini. Mana nih yang lain? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
How are you doing? Apa cerita, boy? How are you doing? Good. On cam dulu, nak. Let me take a picture. Kita sebelum mulai foto dulu. Ayo, come on. On cam, do it. Wanna see your face? It's only Dwi. Come on, Aisyah is there. Gunawan, Andi, Umi, Saril, Jar. Okay, yang lain. The others, come on. Let's take a picture. Okay, be you there, Nabil, Mardia. Okay, what about the others? Mana nih yang lain? Celita, Imam, Roji, Aul, Adel, Mukti, Azmi, Sidik, Majid, Leni, Nisa. Who's that? Ayo nak, coba nak. Oi, who's that?
Di Zoom nggak ada filter, sir.
Apa?
Di Zoom nggak ada filter, sir.
Ada. Saya pakai filter ini. Saya pakai filter ini. Tunggu bentar. Filter yang ini aja. Oke. Kita foto dulu sebelum belajar. 1, 2, 3. Give me your best smile. Satu lagi. 1, 2, 3. Sekali lagi. 1, 2, 3. Mantap lah rambut MJ. Si Roji ini. Okay. So, thank you. Let's just start our class today. Last week, we talked about the difference between the ought, should, and had better. Ya, kita kan belajar itu kemarin. Nah, before starting the class, I want you to try this one. Let me share you the link just to check how far you understand what we talked last week. I send you the link for the quizzes. Go and hit it up. Coba cek linknya di quizzes, itu di chat saya kirim, diklik, ya, diklik, and then try to do it. You only have 5 minutes to do it. Once you finish, then come back. Only for 5 minutes. All right? Since we are having another activity right after this. Okay. There are still 16 people in the room for the quizzes. Okay. Only 10 questions. Let's check if you still remember what we discussed last week about the had better, should, and ought. Just give you 5 minutes, ya. 3 menit lagi berarti ini. Udah langsung dimulai aja, Mukti. Waktunya perjalanan tinggal 3 menit nih, Bang. Oke, waduh, banyak yang salah ya. Banyak yang nggak ini ya. Pak Kavi, Dita juga. Pak Kavi salah 5. Oke, berarti masih belum ini. Alright, once you finish, then come back to the room and let's discuss what we have today. So you guys here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, well, I'll check, quickly that for the quiz, you still need more time to understand about the difference between the header, should, and oughta on how to give advice or suggestion. Now, before going on with that, let us have this one. Kita mulai di sini dulu nih. I have an article about body language advice. You listen while reading this text. Coba dibaca sambil didengarin teksnya.
Unit 5, page 64, exercise 2. Body language advice.
The position of your body and the way that you move can communicate as much as your words. Do you need to make a good impression on someone? How should you sit, stand, or move? Read our advice below.
Making friends.
When you are talking to another person, lean forwards to show that you are interested. But you'd better not get too close, or the other person will feel uncomfortable. If you want people to like you, you should smile and nod your head yes to show that you're listening to them. But don't overdo it, or you might look a bit crazy.
At school.
If you want your teacher to be in a good mood, you ought to make eye contact when he or she talks to you. If you're sitting down, you shouldn't cross your arms or your legs, because it can look defensive or rude. If you have to give a presentation at school, you should stand still and make gestures with your hands. It makes you look more confident.
In an interview.
If you're having an interview for a job or a course, you need to look confident and attentive. To do this, you should sit up straight, put your shoulders back, and look up at your interviewer. You shouldn't look at the floor, because that makes you look bored.
Dates.
If you want someone to feel connected to you, you ought to try mirroring. That's when you copy the other person's position and gestures. But you should do it carefully. If people notice you doing it, they might think that you're a bit weird. And one warning, If your date is touching their face or neck when they speak, you should be careful. They might be lying.
All right. So can you see my screen, dude? Take a look at the sentences that I, highlight. Coba lihat teks yang saya kotakin. So with the, the green line, the red line, and then the yellow line. What's the difference of those text? Yang bedanya apa dari situ yang bisa dinotis? Nah,
Yang hijau yang harusnya kalian lakukan, yang merah yang seharusnya tidak, dan yang kuning memberi saran, Sir.
yeah. So basically that's cool. Thank you all. Basically those three colors, are used the same to give to show you the suggestion or the advice. Sebenarnya tiga-tiganya nunjukin saran atau advice. Apakah sarannya untuk melakukan sesuatu, to let you to do something or not. Nah, but let's identify this one. Sebelumnya kita coba lihat identifikasi dulu yang ininya.
Yang hijau pakai head better, Sir. Yang merah pakai should. Yang kuning pakai need to, Sir.
Yes, take a look at that one. The head better, the should, and the ought. Terus ada need. Ini juga pakai auto ya. Saya samain. Kenapa saya samakan? Do you still remember why I put this? Do you know why I put the same color, the same red color between the ought and the should?
Karena levelnya sama, Sir. Sedangkan had better lebih menjurus ke seharusnya dilakukan karena ada akibatnya.
Yes, that's correct. So basically the author and the should have the same ideas. Suggestion or advice to do something. Dua-duanya sama ya, levelnya sama. Level pushing-nya sama. The difference is with the had better. The had better, the difference is apa tadi all?
Ada akibatnya, Sir.
Yes, there is a consequence if you do not do it. You'd better go, you'd better not go. So for this one, you'd better not get too close. Seharusnya nggak usah terlalu dekat. You'd better not get too close. Nah, lihat. Setelah ada kata you'd better ini had better ya. You'd better not. Kalau dia negatif, jadinya not. And then it's still followed by the verb one. Pakai kata kerja yang pertama. Kalau dalam bentuk positifnya apa? How to say it? Seharusnya kamu lebih dekat. Pakai yang had better.
You'd better get too close.
Yes, you'd better get close. So that's the difference. Kalau ini not get atau it better get close. Jadi setelah ada better plus verb one. Atau kalau ada negatif not and then verb one. Different thing with the should. Should, you know it plus the verb one and ought-nya nggak bisa dipisahin. Ought ini harus sama. Ought plus verb one. You also can use the need to show the necessity of something. Kebutuhan atau keperluan. For this one. So going on to 4. And then now take a look at this one, dude. You already got this one, yeah? This is what I told you, that should use the base form to get advice and ought in place of should. Jadi sebenarnya sama menggantikan should. But had better, it's a strong advice. Now, take a look at these examples. Can you do this one? Number 1, ada yang bisa nak? Don't break the rules. Can you change this into advice using the had better or not? Coba
You had better not break the rules.
Gimana Bang, Vi?
You had better not break the rules.
You'd better not break. Oops, sorry. You better not break the rules. Yes. Cool. What about number 2? Come on.
You ought to talk to your friend.
Yeah, good, Jen. Julia, you ought to talk to your friend. What about number 3?
You shouldn't be rude to your mom.
To your mom.
Yes, you shouldn't be rude to your mom. Number 4,
You'd better go to the hospital.
you'd better go to hospital. Number 5,
You ought to sit down.
gotta sit down. Cool. Is that clear? Yeah. Now, another one is about a dialogue. So for this one, I want you to identify, to listen carefully to 3 dialogues. I have 3 dialogues here. Try to identify what are the problems and the suggestions given in the 3 dialogues. Apa masalahnya dan apa sarannya? Sometimes you do not always listen the use of should, ought, and had better, but you will listen another form. Kalian akan dengar ekspresi yang berbeda, tidak menggunakan should, ought, and had better, but other expressions. That's why I want you to listen carefully and then identify what are the expressions used. Okay, and what are problems? Second. Oops.
Track 66. Conversation 1. What's up? Are you okay?
No, not really. It's my job. I'm not enjoying it and I didn't get the promotion.
Oh dear. Why don't you talk to your boss and ask for his advice?
I tried. He's not very helpful. He said he was busy and didn't have time to talk.
Well, you need to try again. You should tell him it's important.
I don't see the point. He gave the promotion to Sam, my colleague.
Oh. If I were you, I'd look for another job. Why don't we look online at vacancies and get some ideas?
Yeah, that sounds great. Thanks for listening to me.
You got it? The first one? Dapat nggak yang pertama, nak?
Yes, sir.
Oke ya, kita lanjut
Dikit,
dulu ya.
sir.
Dikit, nggak apa-apa. Nanti pelan-pelan. Kita lanjut yang kedua. Lanjut yang kedua. Listen to the suggestion and the problem.
Conversation 2. Your essay was late again. You need to submit the essays on time, Ben.
I know. I'm sorry, Professor. I don't know what to do. I'm struggling this year. There's never enough time. I have loads of lectures. I spend hours in the library studying and researching. I'm involved in lots of clubs. I have football training 3 times a week.
Okay. Calm down. We need to help you plan and organise your time. You should book a place on the next time management course. I think the course is run every month in the library.
Thanks, Professor. That sounds like a great idea. I really appreciate your help.
Okay, number 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, number 3.
Conversation 3.
Are you sure you've got everything?
Everything's fine, Mum. I've packed all my things. Everything is sorted and I'm ready for college.
When you get there, you should unpack and then go to the welcome party. It's difficult making new friends, but...
Don't worry, Mum. Why don't you visit Aunt Sue this afternoon? It'll take your mind off things. I'll text you when I get there and call you tonight.
Yes, that's a good plan.
Track 66.
Okay, so are you guys ready to share your answer? Or do I need to play it one more time?
One more time, sir.
Okay, one more time.
Track 66. Conversation 1. What's up? Are you okay?
No, not really. It's my job. I'm not enjoying it and I didn't get the promotion.
Oh dear. Why don't you talk to your boss and ask for his advice?
I tried. He's not very helpful. He said he was busy and didn't have time to talk.
Well, you need to try again. You should tell him it's important.
I don't see the point. He gave the promotion to Sam, my colleague.
Oh, if I were you, I'd look for another job. Why don't we look online at vacancies and get some ideas?
Yeah, that sounds great. Thanks for listening to me.
Conversation 2. Your essay was late again. You need to submit the essays on time, Ben.
I know. I'm sorry, Professor. I don't know what to do. I'm struggling this year. There's never enough time. I have loads of lectures. I spend hours in the library studying and researching. I'm involved in lots of clubs. I have football training 3 times a week.
Okay. Calm down. We need to help you plan and organise your time. You should book a place on the next time management course. I think the course is run every month in the library.
Thanks, Professor. That sounds like a great idea. I really appreciate your help.
Conversation 3.
Are you sure you've got everything?
Everything's fine, Mum. I've packed all my things. Everything is sorted and I'm ready for college.
When you get there, you should unpack and then go to the welcome party. It's difficult making new friends, but...
Don't worry, Mum. Why don't you visit Aunt Sue this afternoon? It'll take your mind off things. I'll text you when I get there and call you tonight.
Yes, that's a good plan.
Okay, it's done. So let's take a look at the problems. I believe that there are 3 dialogues. It means there are 3 problems. What are they? Apa aja masalahnya? Problem number 1. Dialogue 1. What is the problem?
She
Didn't
cannot
get promoted.
do promotion, sir.
Get permission for job.
Don't get promotion. Do not. Oops, wait. Okay. What is the problem number 2?
You need to try.
Late essay.
Don't get promotion. Number 2, what?
She don't submit her suggestion
Exercise early.
Yeah, do not submit the essay, and then dia punya masalah time management ya. Don't submit essay and time management issue. Number 3.
Her mother get worried about her.
Yes, her mother is so worried about her. I cannot type this one. Wait a second. Oh my God. Essay, and then number 3, I cannot. Number 3 is about the worry. Okay, there are 3 problems. Number 1, the not get promotion, essay number 2, and worry number 3. What are the suggestions that you'll listen? Apa aja suggestionnya?
She should call her boss.
Yes, should talk to her boss. Oke, pakai should ya. Should talk. Ada lagi nggak selain itu?
She need to try again, sir.
Yes.
Try again, sir.
Need to try again. Jadi bisa pakai itu, bisa pakai need. Need to try again. Try again. What else?
If I be you, I'd try to look for another job.
Yes. Ada kalimat if I were you. Nah, this is interesting. If I were you, I would find another job. Ini yang mau kita bahas sedikit. Satu-satu dulu. Ada lagi selain if I were you. Ada lagi nggak? Ada dengar kalimat yang ini nggak? Why don't you?
Ada, sir.
Yes. Why don't you I don't know, why don't you visit somebody tadi, kalau nggak salah yang terakhir. Yang kedua juga ada. Oke. Nah, take a look at this ya. At least you listen for expressions. How to give the suggestion or advice. Palingnya kan tadi ada 4 nih yang kalian dengar. Kalau should udah biasa, kedua kita bahas. Kemudian need to. Nah, you also can use the need to. Kalian juga bisa pakai need to show the advice to somebody else. You need to talk to her. You need to pakai need to nih. Need to, and then the verb is verb 1. Okay, and then you also can use the why don't you? Why don't you? Kenapa enggak? Why don't you go? Why don't you call me? Why don't you talk to him? Why don't you, share? Okay, so you also can use the why don't to give suggestion or advice. And then you also can use this one. Ini interesting karena nanti ini akan dipelajarin di materi kalian juga di next meeting. If I were, ini ada you tadi saya tinggalan. If I were you, like that. It's supposed to be you. If I were you, ya. Ini dia kalau saya jadi kamu. If I were you, I would find another job. If I were you, I would, misalnya ada masalah, aduh, aku putus sama dia, gitu kan. Oh, misalnya, aku nggak di chatku nggak dibalas-balas nih sama dia, misalnya. And then you as a friend, you would give a suggestion or advice. If I were you, kalau aku jadi kau, gitu. If I were you, I would stop it. Okay? So you have this one, yeah. You already learned about the use of the should, need to, and if I were, or why don't you, and how to give the suggestion to people. All right. Now, any questions about this, Nak? No?
No, sir.
No,
Okay.
sir. No, sir.
Clear. Okay. Now, take a look at this one. It could be your, it could be your assignment actually. You could have this one, yeah, the speaking activity, or you pick one. You would like to use the speaking activity or this one, the writing activity. Karena nanti untuk assignment-nya kalian boleh pilih yang writing activity atau yang speaking activity. Kalau untuk speaking activity, pick a friend in pairs. Imagine a foreigner is visiting a country, get advice on meeting someone for the first time. No, well, for this one, untuk yang ini, kalau kalian pilih speaking activity, nanti tinggal submit di discussion room di pertemuan yang kedua. You just need to submit your recording, voice recording, ya, rekaman suaranya aja. For example, you pick number 1. For example, the issue you pick is number 1. Give advice on meeting someone for the first time. Jadi nanti langsung kasih tahu apa advice-nya. Ini pilih salah satu aja. Oke? You are free to pick the speaking activity or the writing. Kalau speaking activity, you can pick this one pick one among these issues, and then you record, and then you upload in the Schoology, in the discussion room. All right. If you would like to pick, let's take a look at this one. If you would like to pick the writing activity, kalau kalian lebih milih writing activity, pick this one, yang ini. Give advice for this case. Okay? And then silakan diketik di discussion room juga. Jadi pilih salah satu. Kalian mau pilih yang writing atau mau pilih yang speaking. Anything works for you. All right, dude?
Yes, sir.
So for any
Yes,
questions?
sir.
No? Okay. If you have no questions, then I already posted 2 quizzes. Ya, ada 2 quiz. Yang pertama sih yang tadi kita kerjain sebenarnya. Saya post di folder pertemuan pertama. If you wanna do it again, you can just do it, redo, ya, to get better score. Yang kedua, ada juga quiz di pertemuan yang hari ini, di folder hari ini. So you gotta do those 2 steps. And then plus, untuk tugas yang assignment yang ini, kalian nanti submitnya di folder pertemuan kedua in the discussion room. Okay? Any questions so far? No?
No, sir.
All right, if you have no questions, then I'll see you next week, inshallah. Next week we're gonna have another topic. Yeah, we're moving on to the second unit. It's about giving opinion, more about the expression for these 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks. Thank you for today. Thank you for your participation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.